Hey everyone, welcome back to the Desire Talks podcast. I am your host, Ethan Bradbury, aka MrBritainX. This is the podcast where we talk to sex workers. Yeah, you got it out right. Sex workers, people who work in the adult industry. Yeah, you're getting the gist, yeah? We ask them a little bit about themselves, things that you don't know, and we do answer fan questions, which, to be fair, I think we have some awesome questions. And if you want to ask any more, go to our social medias and then just fire them away. Fire them away. Find Desire Talks on Twitter, Instagram, and just keep an eye out because we ask regularly for fan questions on there. And also drop them in any comments where you might be listening to or watching this. Anyway, today we have on ScarlettMae'a. You might know her as ScarlettMae'a UK because there's a couple of ScarlettMae'as out there. This is the British one. Yeah. Anyway, she's going to be coming on. She's a good friend of mine. Honestly, she's such a nice person. All right, let's bring her on. Right, Scarlett. So say hello to all the fans.
Hi, everyone.
So this is ScarlettMae'a UK, the UK version of ScarlettMae'a's. There's loads of you, isn't there? There's a couple anyway. So
I think there's quite a lot of ScarlettMae'as. That's
so
why mine's spelt different.
okay. So how's yours spelt then?
So it's ScarlettMae, MAE, and then it's UK underscore rather than MAY.
Perfect. So if anyone wants to find Scarlett on Twitter's, Instas, TikToks, anywhere online, that's the one you would need to search because this is the best one. Fair to
Yes.
say.
I think so.
All right then. So Scarlett, we're just going to dive in. Tell us
Yep.
about yourself. Just like where you've been, where you're from, what you do.
I've been all over and I've done a lot of things, but OnlyFans started for me from stripping, and stripping started when I was put in a position where I needed money fast.
Okay.
And it's
So
right from there.
how long ago? So how long ago was the stripping, and when did that transition to OnlyFans? How long have you been doing that?
So I started stripping when I was 25. It was a year after I had my child, and I've been stripping ever since. I am now a house mum of a strip club, and I look after girls as well as dancing. But alongside dancing, I was also a manager at McDonald's.
Okay.
And when lockdown happened, I decided to start OnlyFans. And I thought, well, OnlyFans is not going to get any better unless I push it, but I needed the time. So I made a decision to quit McDonald's after 15 years and pushed OnlyFans and haven't looked back since. In 2 years now.
Are you happy with that decision?
Yeah, it's the best thing I've done to date.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
very happy.
So did you already have quite a social media following prior to OnlyFans, or did you? Oh, really?
No, I was a complete technophobe when it came to stuff like that. I had a personal Instagram which didn't even have 1,000 followers on it. So I basically had to learn how to, network and manage and find out what algorithms were and, share my social media. So I started my work social media brand new, deleted all my old socials under a different name because at the time I was going for a court case with my baby daddy and I wanted to keep it on the down low as much as I could. And yeah, my Instagram now is 2 years old, but I started that in January of 2020.
So you're telling me you've still got the same Insta and you've not been caught by the Insta police?
I am very good with abiding by the rules. I don't know who's watching me up there, but yes, I have the same Instagram that I started with.
I think you're the only person I know who has kept the same Instagram since starting this, because Instagram.
I'm touching wood, massive touching wood. Don't want to jinx it.
I'm trying to find something. There we go. I just tapped some wood, but not the rude type, actual wood. Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is because fans probably, listeners, sorry, might not understand the whole strain with Instagram account deletions. It's constant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very anti-sex worker, but I understand why. It's to keep young people safe.
Completely get it, but it could be the case of, I remember on one of my accounts, I posted literally a picture like this. It was my face and my shoulders and my chest. And within 10 minutes, that got removed and taken down because it was sexually explicit.
Their rule is that you've got to be seen to be wearing underwear. So even if it was just the top of your body, they may assume that you're naked. So rather than risk it, just take it down. And if you've been reported many times before, or you're trying to sell something that they don't like, they'll just remove your account because it's easy to do that. It just takes one report.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. Is I got like so many things flagged before that just anything that was posted was like no, because there
Yeah,
was stuff that was full on clothed. Like you could see I was wearing like clothes, and it would just nope, not allowed it, take down. So I think
yeah,
you've done really well. Your account, I mean, it's brilliant. Your account, you've got loads of followers like on all your stuff. Like,
yeah.
what's your favorite social media at the moment?
Well, it used to be Instagram, and I do really love Instagram. It still is my baby. But
Yeah,
TikTok for me, TikTok has opened so many doors.
yeah. In what way?
Just you've got more opportunity to grow.
Mm,
There's more people to network because it's all across the world. I also love being creative.
mm.
So although I get to be creative on OnlyFans and Instagram, TikTok's like a new level of creativity. It's funny, it's sexy. I like the music. It's just different, isn't it? We've not ever had anything like TikTok, and
No,
for work wise, it's just I think it's amazing.
I don't think the creators of TikTok planned for it to be as good as it is. I not like
No,
as big. I'm on about. I think they thought, yeah, we'll have some people lip syncing, and now like the crazy effects and stuff like that.
like Vine, wasn't it? Wasn't
Yeah,
Vine something similar like that? But TikTok, you learn things as well. Like I'm quite spiritual, and I
mm,
like to follow people that teach me new things every day, and then I learn things about fitness every day on there. Like it's like the internet, but it's just
mm.
better.
Yeah. It is fun. It's creative. It gives you new ideas, and it's new audiences, like you're saying. There, there's people who follow your Instagram because it's hot as fuck. I mean, there's just you got sexy photos, and that's what people are there for. But when it's TikTok, it's showing you just to random people, and then from that, there's like, oh, she's quite hilarious, or it could be she's sexy, and it's people who are finding it who wouldn't normally find you.
Yeah,
So that's what I think is good.
I think
Uh,
it gives opportunity to get to know you better as well, because
yeah,
you can give more of your personality in a video rather than a photo, because it's easy to take a photo and edit a little bit and put filters and lighting,
definitely.
but a video is more realistic.
Yeah, showing you for you and your sense of humor, and yeah, 'cause there's so many people out there who are just yes, they're attractive, but if I knew their personality, I would never follow them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And opposite, there's people now who I'm finding for their personality. I'm thinking they're hilarious. They're actually quite attractive just from their sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go from there. You mentioned this wasn't even one of my prep questions. You mentioned about being a house mum, yeah,
Yeah.
with the girls.
Yeah.
So go on. What's that then?
Oh, well, over in America, it's where you basically are like a mum to the girls. Over here, it's slightly different. So I am a mum to the girls still. I look after them, like I buy them sweets. I make sure that there's, wet wipes and stuff in the change room. But I also schedule them. I take on the girls to the club. I sack the girls to the club. Well, partially, I have a manager, so it's a joint thing. But
Yeah.
look, there's more of an involvement in the club. I'm not just a dancer. So I still go in and earn my money from dancing. But ultimately, I get like a little bit of a say in the club, and I really enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
like a little sisterhood.
Cool. That sounds pretty fun, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard work, though.
Yes. Strippers are very hard work.
Yeah. So, all right, if any of you girls listen to this, occasionally just say to Scarlett, be like, "Thank you for everything you've done." I don't
They
know.
do. The
Yeah.
girls I've got at the club, they're gorgeous, all of them. They're all sweet. Nice
God bless.
girls.
I'll be more than happy to meet them.
Come, I'll give you a job. I'm looking for cine dancers.
Okay, yeah, okay. My magic Mike moves. Okay, so there's something else I want to talk about. I believe you have some new assets. Yeah.
Girls.
Yeah, so you got some new boobies.
Yeah.
So how long have you wanted new boobies?
Since I was 18 and I'm now 31. So before anybody gives me stick, is it the right thing? Yes, I've had more than a decade to think about it.
Great, brilliant. So 'cause that's the thing that I wanted to talk about. Was it the sex work that pushed you to get them, or is it something
No.
you already wanted, but the sex work's allowed you financially to get them?
Yeah, I think so. More the last one. So when I was younger, in the 90s, when I was growing up, it was very much about big boobs. And I
Yeah.
wasn't blessed with big boobs. I was blessed with a big, big bottom. As time's gone on, obviously, big bums are more in fashion.
Mm,
When I started dancing, I found a new love for my body. So I thought, no, I don't need my boobs doing. But as time's gone on and I've gotten older and I've put on weight and I've lost weight, it's something that's like come up more and more. And then doing OnlyFans has enabled me to be able to afford to have my boobs done. So it wasn't the sex work, but the sex work has helped it happen.
Really good. I mean, they're still really fresh, aren't they? They're still new.
Yeah, they are just 3 weeks old.
3 weeks old. 3-week-old boobies.
Girls are 3 weeks old.
So how are they recovering well? Everything all good?
Yeah, really well. Like I knew I was going to heal fast because I'm fit and healthy and a fast healer, but they're healing better than I thought they ever would.
Does it feel weird?
Yeah, so I'm just getting my feeling back in them, like the skin, and when I lean over I can feel that they're in there, but because they're not properly healed, it's a strange, I can't really explain it.
But how about
a bit irritating.
Irritating. How about though your own body? Like you know your body, like when you walk through a doorway, you know the own size of yourself. Have you like
Cuddling is one I haven't got to grips with yet. When I lean in, obviously there wasn't a lot there before, so I could get close, and now it's a bit like, oh, sorry.
So there's a little bit of getting used to there then. But you haven't like knocked like a cup off, like when you turn around, oh, my boobs just hit a mug.
Not yet, no.
Oh, fair. You're obviously with still healing. You can't be dancing at the moment, then surely, or are you dancing a bit already?
No. So I was told to give myself 6 weeks off from the gym and dancing, but I can't do that. I need to be moving. I just get a bit depressed when I'm sat doing nothing. So I'm back dancing next weekend, okay. But one night, and I won't be doing pole, and I'll be taking it easy. But I have been back to the gym now. This is my 2nd week back at the gym. I just started doing a bit of cardio and legs.
Cool. All right, and that's not bothering you, the cardio and legs?
No, I had a sore day last week where I probably did a little too much, but I just double strapped my bra and rested, and I'm good again now. But I am taking it steady because I think a lot of women do that. They make the mistake of going back too early, doing too much, and don't allow yourself to heal. So I am being very wary.
Well, I am sure that your fans for dancing and your fans on the internet can't wait to see some of these boobies.
Yeah, I mean, on my OnlyFans, they're loving it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I bet you just had like fans like just
yeah, it's brought some
away
good
excitement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play. So, okay, where are we going now? I wanted to ask a female about custom videos. So, do you do custom videos?
I do. Not as much as I used to anymore because I've upped my prices because I'm not that keen on doing them. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The reason I wanted to speak to a female specifically about this is I feel women get it so much harder than blokes when it comes to custom requests. Yeah,
I think also as well, although you can act it, me personally, I don't feel comfortable acting. So for me, it's got to be real. If you, for example, wanted just a standard play video, I would be doing it genuinely. But for me to do it genuinely, I'd have to want to do it.
Yeah,
we're very emotional, aren't we, creatures, women? So I find I'll say yes to a video with the intention of doing it, but in the time frame that I give, 3 to 5 working days, do I want to do it? Probably not after the gym. Do you know what I mean? And then I end up thinking I don't really want to do this, so I tend to not do them as often as I used to anymore on that basis.
I get what you're saying there, but like what the stories I've heard, like for a guy, I mean, there's someone asked me to do something, and if I don't like it, it's a no. If it's out of my comfort zone, it's a no. But if it's like, oh, well, that's a really good idea, or I've never thought that sounds ace, I want to do it, I'll do it. But it's quite like the ones I would get is want you to do a verbal video, be verbal dominant, do X, Y, Z, but typical stuff. But I've heard girls say, right, I want you to do, well, on girls, I want you to wear this, I want you to paint your toenails this color, you have to do your hair this way with this eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Here's a script that you have to memorize, and you have to say exactly this. And then it's ridiculous. And to the point that if you go like a little bit wrong, the stick that I've heard it from multiple women. This isn't just one woman story. I've heard it from so many.
Yeah.
Have you had anything like that?
I have to find that they think that you're a machine, which is fair because you're selling a service, I guess, in such. But they forget that you're people with feelings. And I know that people have kinks. I don't kink shame at all. Like whatever you're into is fine. But the reality of what you're into and what is real is very different. So, for example, they want you to do like a cartwheel while saying their name and squirting and sticking a 13-inch dildo up your ass while staring at them in the eyes. And you know what I mean? And actually, as a person, I can't multitask like that and thoroughly enjoy it. And I don't get off on that. Surely the person who wants the video wants me to get off. So in that sense, I get a bit confused.
Yeah.
But I'll always say no. If I'm not comfortable with something, I won't do it for money now. Like, I bring enough money in through subscriptions. I don't need to make customs. But I know that a lot of the lower accounts feel like they have to say yes for the money, or out of disappointing their fans. But you should never do anything that you're not comfortable with. But men have some crazy requests, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like I say, I don't kink shame, never do. But it's if I'm not comfortable, I won't do it. But
yeah,
in one way, customs are easier for a female than a male, because I openly say this: I am the reverse Pringle. So Pringle's once you pop, you can't stop. Once I pop, I stop. So I can't do multiple videos. I won't do multiple videos in a day because I lose all my horniness, and I'm just like, that's me done. I can't make another one. But I know girls are like, right, I'm making customs all day today. People send me a request.
No. Well, I could not.
Oh, there you go. That's so you can't do it either. But some girls just like, yeah, I can go all day. But the thing that I know girls get hard, it's the type, the detail in the requests. You get so much more. Extremely, like the eye makeup you wear and your nails, and it's crazy.
My fans are pretty good. I haven't really had anybody that's said those sorts of things. Like, I've had customs where I've had to role play, like come in from a night out and I've got to wear a dress and like the color of my pants. But that's all quite simple for me because it's stuff that I would normally have anyway. Yeah. I've never had anybody tell me what makeup or nails I have to wear.
So that's good then. That is quite.
Yeah.
So there's detail, but it's not OTT.
Yeah, like it's doable.
Yeah. So they're actually still, even though they're nice requests, and some of them are like, right, I want you to get gangbanged by 10 dudes. Have you got like 10 grand? And it's not easy to afford. Yeah. Something like saying somebody won't be comfortable, or a lot of people won't be comfortable. So on to your actual content in itself then, because I haven't asked you yet. What would someone expect to find? So I sign up to your account. What kind of stuff?
So for me, I'm quite comfortable being nude. Obviously, as a dancer, I'm quite comfortable in my body and showing it. So my page on my main wall is fully nude, open leg, some images of toy play, but I don't sell sex videos. Well, so I don't show my sex videos on my page. I sell those privately as a way to make extra money. And also, like, I'm okay with showing my body, but I think some things should be kept for slightly higher prices. So yeah, but you find like strip dances and like tease videos, it's just not the full sex, like no sex, no squirt, no blowjob, like no canoodling with anybody else other than photos on my main wall. The rest of it's private and you have to pay slightly more for that.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of girls do, to be honest. And yeah, the stuff like that's on your wall, you fully nude, you know, how much is your subscription? Sorry, I got tongue tied there.
So it's only $7.99, but I've always got a sale on just because I like to bring new people in. But I do find that you say like a lot of girls fully nude. I've actually subbed to quite a lot of girls on OnlyFans, especially the bigger accounts as well. And a lot of girls don't do fully nude. A lot of girls will strictly only do topless.
Well,
and they sell the rest of that privately. That's how a lot of the girls make their money. I think people find it hard to get subs in, whereas I'm the opposite. I find it quite easy to get subs in. I've got people to stay. That's where most of my money comes from. The little extra comes from selling my private content.
Yeah, I mean, like if I sub to a girl and they're just boobies out, I'd be a bit like, but at the same time, everyone does what they're comfortable with.
Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody has a right to tell one person. If my sub price was £30 a month,
because I'm not being.
I think it's expensive, but to me, that's what I think that my content's worth. I'm not saying my content isn't worth that, but I'm real. People can't afford that. Not everybody can.
Yeah.
So
but $7.99, that's dollars as well, so that's dirt cheap. And then you got a sale on as well, and then you're hot. And if people want to see you nude for what? So a discount, how much would you normally offer?
Well, at the minute, I've got like a $3 or $4 sale, which in pounds is not even £3.
So that's like the most.
And I have 1,500 pictures and videos on mine, so that's a lot for that money.
So for the price of less than a Starbucks coffee, I get to see your vagina.
You do, yeah. Lucky you.
Yeah, so that's gold. That's happy days. But as well, you said we spoke about the dancing. Do you do dancing videos? Did you say?
Yeah, so I have a pole at home, and I quite a sexual being, and I need to release sometimes, but not always through sexual play. And I do that through dance. So I'll always put my ring light on and record, even if I'm not going to share it, because I like to see how my body moves. And if I think it's a good video, I know that my fans will think it's a good video.
You know
So
what?
a lot of stripping videos on my account as well.
Yeah, is that on your wall or is that unlockable?
Yeah, on the wall for people to see.
So I think that's like a hell of a niche because that's a skill. Because I've seen you dancing. Yeah. And to the people listening, it wasn't one of my trips down to the club. It was just I know Scarlett. She's a good friend of mine, but I've still seen her dance.
We were on holiday, weren't we, last year?
Yeah, we decided to take a random trip, a big group of us. We all went out to Tenerife, and then Scarlett was trying to get me to dance and stuff. But yeah, you're far better. You're far better than me. But to see videos of you doing your like pole dancing and everything, that's a hell of a skill, hell of a talent that not many other people have.
And it is a good niche. I mean, I probably should sell it more, but with the girls at the minute, I don't need to.
I think you should. I don't think you promo the fact enough on your Instagrams and stuff that you do pole. Like
I think you know what, I'm quite lazy. I think I've become quite lazy because it's not easy, but because I've got into such a normal routine of doing what I do, like posting daily on my Instagram and my TikToks. I'm sat at like a level where I don't need to do anymore because I live comfortably. But this year, my target is to make more. So I am going to have to stop being lazy and do more. So I am going to have to promo more and make it known to people, like give a reason for people to want to sub more than they do. I
think you need to show some of those poll videos.
I did used to quite a lot. It did used to get the subs in. Good reminder, actually. Something to
because for the party next week, the big Desire event. You sent that poll video, and I was like, fair play.
That wasn't for anybody either. That was just me. That was just for me. Like, you know, like when you're stressed, people have different ways of releasing, like the gym and dancing. It's that for me. That was a late night stress reliever dance. That was, but yeah.
Cool. All right then. So, someone who is new to doing sex work in the sense of like OnlyFans, Pocket Stars, Fansly, that kind of thing.
Oh, one.
Just one.
Just be yourself. You're selling you as a product. No one's going to want it if it's not genuine. Just be yourself. I think from there, everything falls into place. Yeah. Personally.
I think if you're not yourself, people see through it.
Yeah. And then you just end up as a statistic. There's lots of people that do OnlyFans. Why are you different? Why do you stand out? I stand out because I am different. I pole. I am my personality, the way that I am. And that's why people want to come and sub to me, not because I'm copying every other person that's doing it. You've got to be different in this industry, and to do that, be yourself. Yeah,
definitely. Have you had any struggles personally about you doing dancing or OnlyFans with your normal life?
Yeah, I would say, so dancing, I wouldn't say I found it hard dating, but it does impact the types of people that you date. And I think sometimes it attracts the wrong person. Even before I dance, I attract the wrong kind of people because I look a certain way. It's kind of like, like everybody wants to try you, but they don't want it for good. Do you know what I mean? And I think dancing made that worse. It was a saying, you're in church and you've got a packet of crisps. Everybody looks at you funny because you're eating it in the church, but everybody secretly wants one. That's what it's like being a stripper. Everybody secretly wants to try, but they never want to, they know it's not allowed, but they want to try it. I'm like a kink to people. So I find it really difficult to connect with people because I don't trust that people are genuine. And OnlyFans just made that 100 times worse, because dancing's one thing, but putting yourself out on the internet. And I think a lot of people don't like the idea of sharing a partner. Yeah. Especially men, I found they're okay with it until they fall in love. And then they're like, actually, I don't want other people seeing your body. And that's when it's like, okay, well, this is not going to work. Sorry.
And to be honest, I've never heard that saying about a packet of crisps. That is
awful. God, for years. Everybody, everyone's like, oh, a stripper, but secretly everybody like loves a stripper. Everybody wants to dance. Everybody secretly would love to sleep with a stripper. It's like taboo thing, isn't it? Like, oh,
Do you know what? I love that. I'm going to use that in future. So listeners, you might hear me say that one about the packet of crisps. So yeah, I mean it is hard, isn't it, doing sex work, in that aspect, people don't want to share and stuff. But so say you brought up dating, do you think you would prefer to have a potential partner who's in the industry, or would you prefer not to, or doesn't it matter?
I used to think that having a partner in an industry was really important, and then I had a partner who was in the industry, and although it was really nice to have someone to share, to talk about that with, and to push, and to come up with new ideas, and I just think for my personal life, that person wasn't the sort of person that I wanted to be around. It was quite toxic. I'm not saying that everybody in the industry is quite toxic, but I find that there's quite a lot of messed up people that kind of do this line of work, and in turn, like, the jealousy and stuff was worse, even though they were in the industry. Like, I was being told I wasn't allowed to work so many nights at the club, and I wasn't allowed to go do content with this person and do that, and it was quite toxic. So actually I don't even really know anymore. I think it doesn't matter if that person's in the industry, it's whether they're comfortable with what you do and they trust you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it does make a difference. It's
I don't think so. And there are people out there that aren't in the industry that are okay with it. There's just not many of them.
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard from girls who've got boyfriends who don't do this, and they're all like,
loving it.
Do your thing, and yeah, it's great. And then they're giving them ideas, saying, "Oh, Joe, what?" As they're a potential fan, aren't they? They're somebody who's on the other side. Like, I would love to see this type of porn, and they don't even mean their partner, just in general. Like, so there is that buzz to it, but then there is the benefit of if your partner is in the industry. Well, one, you can work together.
Well, yeah, it's easy to make porn with a partner because it's natural and you can just film whenever you want. Do you know what I mean? I don't really like making content with other people, past photos, or like teasing videos, because for me, I have to have a connection with somebody to have sex. And I know that it's not always supposed to be genuine, you can't act, but I don't personally enjoy porn like that, so I'm not going to sell porn like that. So in that sense, it's easier to have a partner, because now I don't have someone to make porn with.
But you've still got enough porn where you're partnered that you...
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'm very productive always, so I have a fair share, but there's always that want to be better and do more and refresh. Like, I'm constantly always making new content. Like, I post daily, so for me, I'm ready now to make more porn, but I'm not in a position where I can, because I won't go and get my certs. I don't want to sleep with random people. Do you know what I mean? So in that sense, it's hard, but
yeah, I get that. Definitely. So there's the benefits and there's the negatives, where either side of being with someone who's out of the industry and someone in. Yeah.
Sorry.
So there's benefits of someone being a partner, being in and being out of the industry. So let's ask some fan questions. Let's answer some. Sorry. That was a proper brain fart moment, wasn't it? Okay, so all right, this is just straight in there. His name, and ahhing, do I read out people's names? Yeah, they're code names. No, okay, no.
Just a first name.
Okay, so right, I'm not going to give his exact @ Yeah, his name's Sam. He's asked, "Can you deep throat?"
I can, yeah.
You can.
Not as well as some of the girls in the industry, but I'll give it a good go.
All right, okay. So we've got Wayne. He's asking, "What's your favorite position?"
CEO. I like being the boss. No, I'm joking. I think...
No, that took me a second then. I did not get that at all.
I wasn't being sexual. I'm guessing he means sexual, yeah? I think it depends with different people. So I used to be quite dominant, and I am still very quite dominant, but in the last year or so, I've become a switch. So I think it very much depends with each person, but I do like being on top. Okay,
all right then. Good to know. Nerdy stuff or not nerdy stuff?
Open to, I do quite like nerdy stuff. I'm not as nerdy as some, but
yeah, you don't say no to a
depends what you mean. I guess it depends what that person means by nerdy, because
okay, so 2 questions. I'm gonna manipulate this question.
Okay,
so one is, if a guy was a bit nerdy, would you think, oh, he's quite funky, or do you like, it's too much of a nerd?
No, I would be like, go give it a go. I literally am open to new things all the time. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what it is.
You yourself, are you into anything nerdy? Or something others might think is nerdy?
That's what I mean when I say what do you class as nerdy. So, some people are into like action figures or like Marvel stuff. I'm not that kind of nerdy, but I don't judge. But there are things I'm probably into that people would find weird.
Okay, fair enough. And so this is to link to the nerdy thing again. Obviously, there's a lot of cosplay fans out there, or people who like, yeah. Would you ever do any cosplay stuff?
Yeah, do you know what? I've just started looking into doing more cosplay because it sells really well and it's good for promotion, especially on TikTok. Again, to me, cosplay is like proper cosplay with the wigs, the makeup, the Japanese anime stuff. But it's people class just dressing up in outfits as cosplay now. So again, it depends what you mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down like proper nerdy route. So I think it should be. There's one for you because you have to have the right athletic build for it, and you got the blonde hair anyway. Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. You might be thinking, what is he on about?
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, but I don't know who that character is. I'm not into it enough to.
Okay, so yeah, if you used to watch it, go back and have a flick through, and you might recognize Google Android 18 because I think you've got that. Not many people could pull it off.
I do.
So let's go for some more. Oh, from a guy in Yorkshire or a girl in Yorkshire, I don't know, just Yorkshire's in the name. Are we alone in the universe?
As in aliens, or are we alone as a person? I don't think we're alone. I think there's more there.
Yeah.
Look what we've achieved as humans in like millions of years. We can't be the only.
So are you, because I agree with you, but are you saying like just aliens on other planets, they haven't done space travel, or are we talking full on as flying saucers coming here and visiting us?
I don't think that they're aliens. I think they're just other beings. They're just not going to be like us. I'm pretty sure that if there's moisture in the air, anything can become something. That's how kind of we started. I just think that there's other beings on planets, and because we can't get to them because we don't have the things that we need yet, because we haven't come up with them, that we can't go and see them. I think by the time they do, we'll be well gone. But I also believe in other things. I think that there are other things other than aliens. Like when I say I'm spiritual, I believe in like energies and the universe and that kind of thing as well. So I believe there's a lot around us that we don't know about, and I think a lot of people shun it because they don't understand.
Yeah, I'm on the exact same wavelength as you. The whole ghosts and aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I believe in aliens flying here in spaceships and stuff. I just think there's life on other planets. There has to be. There's so many possibilities. Ghosts and that. Yeah, I say I'm an atheist, but I do believe there's something going on with ghosts and that, because I've had a few experiences, and I have loads of people like, that's bullshit, but I've had full on weird stuff going on. So
I need to be like, well, if you can't prove it to me scientifically, it isn't. But that's such a black and white way of thinking, because again, there's so many things that we don't know about. So I don't disbelieve in ghosts, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm open. I'll listen and I'll take in and I'll see. I do believe that there is life after death as a human. I do believe that people come back, but because I can't explain it, I'm not sure. So I wouldn't want to be like, yeah, they're definitely real, or no, they're not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, be open.
I'm not, but I'm open.
Yeah. Tell me your perfect night. So this doesn't mean date, it just means perfect night.
For me personally, if I'm going to be honest, a night in, food, heating on, chills, good films.
Yeah.
I think as I'm getting older, I'm starting to really like value my quiet time. So for me, to be fully relaxed and fully enjoying myself, it would have to be a night in, I think.
So what food would you want with that?
I am partial to some bad food. A takeaway and lots of chocolate or sweets.
Perfect. Ooh, how tall are you?
Sure, I'm 5'5".
I think that's ideal, that.
Yeah, I think it's a good height as well.
Yeah, no, I like that. Show. What do you look for in a guy?
I don't. I'm joking.
There you go.
For me, obviously, there's got to be an attraction, but if you can make me laugh and you've got a good sense of humor, then you're in straight away. But for me, again, because I'm getting older now, it's about your values, how you think, what you believe in. I'm not materialistic, but I have dated lots of bums, people that still live with their parents or can't drive or don't earn a lot of money. I wouldn't want to be with anybody that hasn't got their life together. and honesty and loyalty, which I find is really hard to find these days. So I feel like I'm asking for the basics, but I think nowadays there's quite a lot to ask for.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would look for in a man.
So while we're sticking on that kind of route, have you got any like big sexual fantasies?
Yeah, to lie naked on a bed, surrounded by millions in fresh notes, being fed fresh brownies by a naked man.
So, yeah.
No, do you know what? I don't think I do. I got into swinging a few years ago, and I had like a bucket list of things I wanted to try, and I pretty much got them all.
Yeah, you just went through that
off.
list.
So,
Tick, tick, tick.
yeah, I'll give anything a go twice just to make sure I definitely don't like it. But fantasies wise, not particularly.
Okay, cool. Do you have any kinks or fetishes? Obviously, you said you're a little bit dominant. You switch.
I do quite enjoy inflicting pain, but I think it's a different kind of enjoyment to actual sexual enjoyment.
It's still a kink, isn't it?
I really enjoy squirting. Squirting is a big turn on for me. Like if a guy can make me squirt, it like triggers some sort of devil mode in me. I just love it.
That was actually another question. Can you squirt?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can squirt quite big as well, and over again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking of the content now. I was thinking like a POV camera and
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just like a transition scene. The squirt hits the camera and it transitions.
There has been a couple of videos that I've made in the past where it's literally just caked to my phone and you can see it and you can hear it on the camera. It's quite cool. Wow. I haven't done it for a while actually.
See, this interview is just giving you loads of ideas.
Well, I have a list. I have a list of things I want to try. I'm just lazy.
Brilliant. All right. So the sex toy, not sex toy, the squirt question was actually linked to this. Is what's your favorite sex toy?
Well, the only good thing that came out of my ex is that he taught me about the plug-in wands, and I have to say I haven't stopped using it since I bought it last year. No. If anybody doesn't have one, go out and get one. They are worth the money and some. That or a clit sucker.
Do you know what? I've never ever like used a clit sucker. Obviously, I don't have a clit. I meant I've never used one with a partner.
They're basically little vibrators, so essentially you probably could use them. You could stick it on the end, and it would still do the same, stimulate you. But yeah, it's just really good. It just kind of copies the motion of a tongue, but vibration.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It kind of hits all spots all the time, and it's just good.
That's really cool. Well, the one thing, the ones that look like a giant microphone, they're pretty impressive, aren't they? They're pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've got one myself.
So good. I had a little non-plug-in one, but the plug-in one, the big ones, they're just incredible.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
Okay, perfect. So this is now where I'm going to give you free reign. Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to say to the listeners or any people you've ever worked with, any friends in the industry, any just final bits of advice? Go for it.
Not advice, but I would like to say thank you to all the people that have helped me, because when I first started out, I didn't have a clue. And through networking, I've met some really good friends. I've had some really good experiences. I was a strong woman before, but I absolutely love my life and myself now. And that is down to the people that helped me get here. Advice for anybody getting in the industry: be safe, ask questions, and if you're not sure, don't do it. People think that OnlyFans is easy. It's easy money. It isn't. It's graft. This is probably the hardest grafting job I've ever had to do, and it's constant. And obviously there are repercussions from the rest of your life. You're putting yourself out on the internet, so just really think about what you're doing. But if you're okay with all that, then do it.
Cool. And anything to the listeners? Anything to fans?
Hit me up, subscribe.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so just for one last time, what are your social apps? What are your tags?
Okay, so it's ScarlettMae'a, MAE UK _, or you can actually type into Google www.ScarlettMae'uk.com and all of my socials will come up. It'd be TikTok, Twitter, which is open, Instagram, which is private, but I will accept most people. My TikTok's open as well, so yeah. Or OnlyFans.
Perfect. Right, everyone. So yeah, that is ScarlettMae'a. So Scarlett, just say a quick bye. Right. All right, brilliant. So that's Scarlett waving us off. And yeah, find us on our socials, ScarlettMae'a UK and MrBritainX. And I hope you'll hear from us again soon. Right, bye.
Bye. Lots of love.